Hello everyone, it's Mary Ann. Welcome to my channel. This is a panicle hydrangea that I subdivided from the mother plant and I planted here, and I'm trying to make this as a standard. And you can see I have two standard here. This can be two standard hydrangea. Look at this. I can transplant this into two pots. But now it's summertime, so it's not, for me, it's not the right time to do transplanting or moving around plants. And this is a different kind of hydrangea, which I will transfer it in the garden. So the macrophylla, this is a macrophylla. There were the early blooming hydrangea, and now you can see that they are already towards their last leg. And this hydrangea, they also flower from the new wood. I can also deadhead them or I can trim them. But I'm not doing that right now. And you can see they look like they're haggard right now because they are the early blooming hydrangea. This is Autumn Sedum Joy. I planted a lot here through cuttings. So this is my crepe myrtle. Trying to make this as also as a standard. Standard means making it as a tree. And you can see, this is how I do it. I try to remove the branches in the bottom and I stake it so that to stabilize it. And that is my bitter melon, and it's over the fence now. So this is our light hydrangea. This is also very nice. Towards the end of the season, this will turn into red. And I'm also trying to make this as a standard, and you can see also. So what will I do here? I'm going to divide them maybe in fall. I'm going to make this as a standard, two of them. So this is a standard, and there's another one there. So I'm going to put a lot of soil here, and so that there will be roots. And it will be easy for me just to divide them. So this is also another hydrangea which I transferred here. This is, I believe this is a limelight. So I stake it so that it will be like a tree. And I'm going to, once this becomes stronger, I'm going to remove this small limb. Because I like to make them standard. And this is Pinky Winky hydrangea. This is like a lace cap hydrangea, and this was also a shrub. And you can see I removed the branches in the bottom and I made it as a standard. You know, standard hydrangea is like $120 and it's so expensive. So that's why I'm doing my own. I'm doing standard from a shrub to a standard. It's Little Lime. This is the dwarf version of the limelight. So you can see that the flower is football size because I trimmed them. I pruned them springtime. That's why they're producing big flowers. So this is the garden here. It used to be full of weeds, and I created this also as an extension of my flower garden. So you can see this is so huge. This is like 12 inches, the size of the flower. Over here too, I have dahlias, I have roses here. So this garden, I'm going to prune this. And this one, I can also make this as a standard. You can see, I'm going to divide this, and I'm going to make this stand straight. And I'm going to support this with stake wood that I can buy from Home Depot. They're only like $5. They're not that expensive. So more here. This is hydrangea macrophylla from my front house. This when I bought this house, these were the hydrangea around here. So this kind of hydrangea, I call them as a grandma hydrangea because once I prune them or I cut them, this hydrangea will not flower next year because they flower from the old wood. So this is another kind of hydrangea. This is limelight. They grow up to 7 feet tall, and you can see I made this also as a standard. So right now there's 2 here, and what I will do, I'm going to put a lot of soil in the bottom so that it will roots. This one will roots, and I can, you know, divide them. I can separate them and make this as a standard. And you can see they're really beautiful. And I have more flowers over here in the by the fence, and it's getting so crowded. And this is the strawberry that I planted out from the shoe stand. See that? I just put this one, coconut liner, and put some soil. And this one is from cuttings. This is a Rose of Sharon, and this is from cuttings. And the flower of Rose of Sharon is this. These are all from cuttings. This is Rose of Sharon, and I had them here lined in the fence, and I cut all of them because these are the old variety Rose of Sharon, but they still bloom. And look at that one here. I'm hoping that this hydrangea here will grow up to 7 feet so that my neighbor cannot see my deck. So this is the side garden that I created. It was full of weeds, and this is another hydrangea that I created like a tree. So I'd like to make them as a tree because I like more space, more area to plant. So you can see here more roses. Most of the roses are done blooming now. And that's another one that I created as a standard. And I have a lot of roses, but they're done blooming. I have more roses here that I still have to plant. I had no chance to plant. And this is Carding Mill by David Austin. You can see, so beautiful. I planted this bare root. And cornflowers. This is another hydrangea that I created as a standard. Another hydrangea that I created as a standard. I like to make them standard so that I can plant more below them. So this is my climbing rose. This is, I believe this is The Pilgrim by David Austin. And I have more climbing rose here in this side, loaded with flowers. So these are the climbing roses here. I planted them a few months ago. So hopefully they will flower. Next year they will. And this one, these are my chicken wires DIY project because I decided not to spend, and I use only this, you know, branches of tree, my yard, and I just attach this where they can climb. In the future, maybe I will buy a better one, but for now they can use that. This is also my climbing rose here. My garden is loaded with flowers. You know, that's why I wanted to create more standard, because this is Gabriel Oak by David Austin. This is another standard hydrangea that I transferred here. More roses. This is already Lady of Shalott, done blooming. And this is my pink climbing Eden rose. First year, look. So next year, this trellis will be full, hopefully, with pink Eden rose. This is going to be in the 2nd week of August, so most of the flowers now are done blooming. This is my dahlia. This is Camille Pizarro rose. This is a standard rose. So more hydrangea here. This is another hydrangea that I created as a standard. Almost all the roses are done blooming. This is my Earth Angel rose. And more hydrangea here. So this is the time of hydrangea. This is the side of my... So this is the rose that I saved, that I planted maybe 15 years ago or 20 years ago. I transferred it here and I put them in this trellis. And you can see they will start climbing in this trellis. And I planted more climbing roses here. These are all climbing roses, about 4 of them. They were from that trellis over there, and I transferred them there. And this is my Bathsheba, done blooming also. And I have more David Austin roses here. They're done blooming. I already pruned them. This is Vanessa Bell. This is Olivia Austin. We had a tornado, so a lot of the branches of my roses were hit by the big branch of tree from that tree. And it landed here. So you can see that my hydrangea were, look at this, the hydrangea were affected because the big tree, branch of tree fell in that area. So these hydrangeas, they're all propagated from division. So this is my willow tree. I got this from the clearance section also, like $5. My Olivia Claire Olivia climbing rose, done blooming. This is another climbing rose here, and it's not flowering right now. This is another David Austin climbing rose. So Claire Austin climbing rose. And more David Austin here. I have Emily Bronte. This is Emily Bronte turning yellow. I have to take care of that. And this is Wendermere, David Austin too. And that's my petunias that I planted in this, this is a shoe rack. Instead of throwing it out, I planted there. Some more here. These are Autumn Sedum Joy. Autumn Sedum Joy that I propagated. And you can see I trimmed this because during the storm, all of this were on the ground. You can see it's so huge. I'm going to transfer this because this is a big hydrangea. So they're almost done blooming. Some of them, they're done. This is Sweet Mademoiselle Rose. I planted 2 here. Sweet Mademoiselle Rose. And this is James Galway. One there right now. And I have it here, planted here in this arch trellis. And this is James Galway. James Galway. And I bought also this, I wanted to show you. This is Julie Andrews. I got this from the clearance section in Lowe's. Or no, in Home Depot, I think. This is Julie Andrews. And I have one there also. See that? I have one there. Julie Andrews. So this is the side garden here. Full of hydrangea. These are all limelight hydrangea. These are already 3 years old. But what happened last year, I dug them and I pushed them towards the fence because they were growing so big and they were blocking the pathway. So this is a prime limelight, meaning shorter version, and they stand upright. And I created this also as a tree. So right now I have 2, and I'm going to transfer the other one. So I will have 2 prime limelight hydrangea tree. So anyway, I just want to show you my backyard, flowers in my backyard, and it's nearing fall. So July is really the best period of flowers here in my garden. But this autumn sedum joy, they will turn into pink and they will be beautiful. So thank you for watching, guys, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Bye.